Paul, coming out of the international break, you've had a few players away. Has everyone reported back in good health?
T hasn't. T unfortunately took a concussion, so he's got be missing the next 2 games. But Nat's fine, Jacob's fine, Ibu's fine. Ibu trained Tuesday, so the rest of them are fine. Yeah, so all good.
Good news.
My family are back.
Do you miss them when they're away?
No. Yeah, no, that's not. I'm trying to be funny. I don't miss them like I pine for, like, you know, a child or something. But training's just different. It's just a different chemistry. Like Nat's a big personality, obviously. So it does feel different, you know. But also, you also know that you're training without a game at the end of the week. So the place feels different anyway, and that's probably, you know, the cherry on the cake, so to speak.
You didn't have international breaks last season. One of the benefits, I guess, of being back in the Championship is that you do. Are they useful for you?
Personally, from a football club point of view, I think they're pretty useful because it feels like we've got a lot of the players back. It's a good time to reset and look at, you know, the first few games and, you know, where we went wrong and how we can improve, because obviously you've got to get loads of things wrong all the time. Newsflash. So it's good for that, for us as coaches. It's good to be able to do some work into the players without worrying about fatigue and stuff like that. So that's quite good. I do enjoy that, and I do enjoy having a break. There's no disputing that. I enjoy going away with my wife. I need to keep your energies going. So everyone feels great at the moment. You know, the summer's sort of now waning, isn't it? But you're full of energy. But it's like November, December when the 2 games a week come in, 3 games a week come in, and it's exhausting that you just need to recharge when you can. So I enjoy letting the lads have some time. I'm now doing a meeting in a minute about everyone had to send a photo in, which I did last year, about where they've been. So some people have been to more extravagant places than others, so I look forward to giving them stick on that. But yeah, I think a rest is good, and obviously everyone knows this, but I can talk. So I think it's nice for everyone's ears to stop bleeding for a few days and come in and get ready for the next set of games.
You went into the break on the back of a tremendous display and result against Bristol City. How repeatable is that performance, do you think?
I think it is repeatable. I think there was similarities in that game as in the Middlesbrough game, as in the Watford game. Not in the Blackburn game, we played a different way and we were obviously too open, which was my fault. But I think in the other 3 games, they're all quite similar if you look at it. We were trying to be difficult to break down, but we were trying to be expansive when we got the ball. And obviously, the scoreline makes it look a really exciting game, which it was. And I thought we created a lot of chances, but we were able to because we sort of not ground down their enthusiasm. That's not fair, but we made it difficult for them. And then when we did have an opportunity, we were pretty incisive with it. So I do think it's repeatable, obviously, and you know, but every game comes up with different connotations, different problems, what the opposition do, and as the season goes, it's a learning league. I believe that every team watches every game. So at the moment, there's a small pocket of games that the opposition can see what you do. After 10 games, the league start working out what you're good at and what you're not so good at, as we do as well. So. But I do believe that, yeah, we've got a good group here that want to win football matches, so we're in a good place.
On the group, you've got a couple of new faces available for the first time on Saturday, Nat Phillips and Marcus Harness. How pleased are you to have the group settled and know what you've got to work with now for the next few months?
Yeah, it's a right result, to be fair. I mean, it's a perfect storm. The transfer window shuts. You have a game the day after. If you win the game, you have then 2 weeks. The lads can get used to everybody, train, you know. And then you don't have the whole mayhem of the window being open and the season started. I don't have any issues with any players. I don't have, you know, anyone feeling uncomfortable. Someone else's car's turned up. Who's got that car? I bet he plays in my position. And you look at him and think, oh, he's 5'10". He looks like a wide player. So you don't have any of that. So everyone can relax and just get their head down till Jan. And obviously between now and then there'll be issues. There always are, being a football manager. But they sort of go to bed and we'll readdress problems later in this year.
On to Saturday, Cardiff visiting Pride Park. They've not had the start that they would have wanted. Did the break come at a good time for them, do you think?
Well, we've watched the games. They've done really well in the games, so I'm not being disrespectful. They drew with Swansea, which is a tough local derby. Obviously, it's a bit similar to us playing one down the road, so that is a fiery one. I think they lost to Burnley They lost to Middlesbrough in a really close game, and they lost to Sunderland that won every game. So it's just such a small pocket of games. You know, it's not a fair representation of, you know, how well they've been doing. So we know we've got to be at our best. Against Middlesbrough, I think they had 2 cleared off the line before Middlesbrough took the lead. So obviously they would want more points, but everyone does, you know. Everyone wants, I'd like to have 7 or 9 points. So a break helps everyone, every coaching group, every, you know, group of players, and you start again fresh. So I look forward to the game, and obviously what's happened to their old captain, you know, obviously passed away, Sol, which is really sad. A really good guy. I spoke to him a few times on the side of the pitch, in fairness. I was there for his comeback game, so really sad in that respect. But looking forward to the game, and hopefully we can perform at a level that 30,000 people can leave feeling hugely entertained by.